wanted to add a little more to my history of my disability two-part vid. Uh, um, I used to be heavily medicated because of my Asperger's. At one point, I probably was taking at least 5 at a time. Uh, 5 at a time. Yeah, there was I had an allergic reaction to my taking so much medication, where it got to the point in February of 1995, when I was still in seventh grade and I was 13. I had an allergic reaction where my jaw locked to the right, and I couldn't talk. If I did talk, it was just a bunch of muttering or incoherent speech, and it got so bad where I had to, when I was in the hospital bed, for some reason I was feeling cold, so I took my clothes off. And then I finally fell asleep. When I woke up, I saw much of my family there to support me. This isn't really related to my Asperger's, but there was when I had tonsils taken out, and I had to stay at home for maybe a few days to a week, and I was throwing up constantly. Let's see. I went through many years of therapy to try and get used to my Asperger's, and it took over 10 years to do that. Until probably it was sometime when I was in high school, probably 1997 to 98, when it was deemed I no longer needed therapy. So I don't have serious problems, as Matt Rambo Raff and now Mr. Rambo Rafe keeps saying over and over. I don't need serious help. And another thing, I never said anything about Every's family. I never tried to attack his family. I never did do or say anything about his family. I'm sure they're very nice. Before this problem, I was actually thinking of meeting them, but now I don't really care. And I've never been gay. I've always, I'm heterosexual. So I'm just into girls, not men. I want to make that clear. And also about went back to my migraines. I had a lot of migraines during middle school. It was mostly around the end of the year testing, when I had migraines for some reason. And I think I was also still being picked on at that time. Uh, hmm. And I used to get beat up constantly because I was different. It was mostly in elementary school, but I also did tend to continue into middle school. High school, there really wasn't any at all, but I still did get picked on some. But I had enough courage to not let it get to me. Um, when I started learning, doing the video production uh, stuff, that was really how I started to get my confidence and my creativity back. Uh, Many people were also supporting me during that, uh, which is excellent. I got to use my mind more than ever, and the Asperger's actually started to help. And I used to do a lot of public speaking. Uh, Really, my first time I did it was probably in 1995, but then when I started high school, that's when when I really started to do it more and more. And I took a speech class uh, during uh, during summer school. I think it was between my freshman and sophomore year. My mom argues with that, but I think it was between that time. Uh, and the public speaking, the that was when I really started to get comfortable talking about my disability. Oh, and it was during my 8th grade year still. Some television station uh, came to came to interview me about my disability because they did a special on autism and Asperger's. I wasn't I wasn't the only one involved. There were um, like 2 or 3 more kids involved, and that really was the first time that I actually started learning what video is. And I think it was after my sophomore year of high school. Yeah, after my sophomore year of high school, I went to this film festival called the Donna Reed Film Festival. I know it was during, I think it was in April. Um, that was another big way that I started learning what video is and what it's all about. Uh, I practiced on script writing. I even talked in front of the camera some. Uh, may have been it. Um, and then it was a few years ago, me and my mom took part in this some kind of a workshop where we worked on doing presentations together, and I did most of the speaking because of my public speaking background. And thank God I was able to do that. And that was a big way for me to give more